Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if we find a way to win. Welcome to Faurot Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. In the sumo set with the big boys. They'll give it to the back. Past the sticks and still on his feet. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Wants to go up top on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Running to Green. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards in it. Cover. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. On the move. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Pulls it in. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. He's looking to pass. Got his man out of the backfield. Oh, he's got some space. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. The Longhorns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's looking to throw. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Takes the easy one to the back. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
He's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
I love the aggressiveness early by this offense. 4th and goal, no problem. Putting the drive together, staying aggressive, and they get rewarded.
I like just paying the drive off, too, because it's the opening drive of the game. You've marched it down the field. You want to come away with a touchdown, right? Maybe the decision-making there for the coaches, listen, even if we don't get it, our defense is out in good field position. There's a lot of football left to go. We can make up for it later. I love the aggressive play call.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Linebackers move moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Ready, set.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Ash. Makes the grab. And some room to work. Turning it on. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Lost to fire on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Charles. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Missouri wants to go fast. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. It's 4th and 8 and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He'll run it again. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the 1st down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last one.
Trying to power it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they're trying to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
He'll bring it out. It's West. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring margin. Now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Gets it past the marker. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. They're going to ride this running back. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
And the Longhorns have their offense in high gear. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
And the Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. He's knocked down the one play to come up with the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They go to the ground. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Alabama looks like a legit title contender right now, which they kind of do every year, but man, this offense is rolling. They're up 14 over Ohio State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signal for the 2-minute timeout. So now it's 2nd and long. Rides to back and leaves it. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Here comes the heat. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
There he goes. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
Missouri comes up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. 6. Touchdown, Missouri! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Coming out with it, it's West. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points.
Speeding down the left side. 10.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Texas!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
They'll line up to go for 2. Motion from the wideout. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He will not get there. Brought down at the 1, and the 2-point try is no good.
Missouri 21, Texas 13.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Ash. Using the quick game. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Right on the money. At the 35, he's open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession. but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Trying to set the tone with the run. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. The Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Ash. Pressure coming. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slack.
Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Might as well give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beats you.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Missouri trying to convert this 4th down. Quarterback may change this route. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Missouri.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try.
On the field goal.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, still an 8-point game, and guys, more importantly, still a 1-possession game.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. offense at an empty set. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Out of the gun, the inside give.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Red pass, it's complete. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Little touch pass to the receiver. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
It falls incomplete and will change into the field to get things started back up. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here's a heat. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the... down, stop.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. The give and tick, 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 tick. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Ash. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juice. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So they come to the line, and the Wildcats going to give them a different look. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. so frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. All wideouts, no backs. Snapped it in the shotgun. He's going for it all. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Lining up in the wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's West. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was second and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got third and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
He wants to throw. Caught at the 45 on his way. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's West.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. Sends it back in motion. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Wants to go up top. He's got it on the move. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
Missouri.
And the Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere. Knocked down for a loss.
Offense trying to go push pass on 1st down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He wants to throw it again. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Past the 50. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense putting points on the board.
thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, but it might be too little too late.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Hit as he throws. And he tried to put the touch on it, but it's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Timeout, Texas.
And the Longhorns come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to get it through the air. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the score. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.